There's a new battle brewing in Washington, but it has nothing to do with the debt ceiling or Obamacare. Given the nation capital's growth, D.C. leaders are exploring the possibility of easing the city's 100-year-old building height limits. No one's talking about skyscrapers on the mall just yet, but it would mark a big change.
Designed by Pierre L'Enfant in 1791, the city of Washington held a low profile, both literally and figuratively, until the late 19th century, when the construction of the Cairo Hotel, a towering 164 feet, brought complaints from neighbors that it cut off their light and air and would hurt property values. The building remained, but Congress responded with new height limits, still in effect today, linking the maximum building height to the width of the street in front of it. This meant buildings on wider roads, such as Pennsylvania Avenue, could reach no higher than 160 feet, and on smaller streets, just 90 feet. Later restrictions limited construction near certain federal buildings or landmarks, such as the Supreme Court and congressional office buildings. With a few exceptions, the high-rise ban has held up.
Since World War II, really, we've been a shrinking city, and so the pressure to look at increasing height limits wasn't really there, but that's really no longer the case.
As the federal government has grown, so has demand for space in Washington. Commercial rents in D.C. are second only to New York, and the housing inventory is near record lows. So district planners are proposing to allow some buildings in the city's core to reach as high as 200 feet, and to potentially allow even taller buildings in other parts of the city.
In order for us to accommodate the growth that we project, both in jobs and in housing, we believe that long before the next 100 years will be out of developable land.
Historic preservation groups are promising to fight major changes. A formal proposal will be submitted to Congress next month. Lawmakers will make the final decision. And finally today, Washington may be broken, but part of it is about to get fixed. The architect of the Capitol says the iconic Capitol Dome has more than 1,000 cracks in it. It was built more than 150 years ago and hasn't had any major work done since 1960. A $40.8 million contract was awarded to the construction companies Turner and Smoot to make repairs. They'll begin work in November. Those repairs expected to take 2 years and cost a total of $60 million. Fixing Congress going to take longer than that.